the Bounce House, and it's easy to see why they call it that. Home of the Knights of UCF. What do you think about that? And this crowd is ready for a big one. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Oklahoma State Cowboys, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the UCF Knights. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Cowboys will put total leather and we'll get started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. First down here for the offense. He'll pull it down and run. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
What an individual effort there by the quarterback on the RPO, because everybody was covered. He just takes off, and he shows you his ability out in the open field. He's like a running back. He's got great vision. He's got the speed. He looks so natural when he's in the second level carrying the rock. Huge gain on offense by the Q. I love it on that play.
Brown wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
He wants to go deep. And he makes the catch inside the 10. Touchdown, Knights! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go-round, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough to get run by. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage to get some safety help up over the top, because this guy's speed is a problem.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Lining up for a first down play. They'll run it from the gun. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own in great field position.
And I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drop. Throw to the end zone, it's picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Offense would love to have that one back. Down here in this area of the field, everything has to happen faster. Decisions need to be made quicker. The ball's got to be out quicker. Routes got to be snapped off faster. They were just way too late. And as the result, the defense gets the INT.
They'll give it to the back. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He stopped again. It went right back to him, and he still found no running room at all.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Last 2 runs got a big fat nothing. Let's see if they try to go up top on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Freeman. On the move at the 30. Hit the afterburners, kid. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. On to attempt the try. Right down the middle. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup. Utah delivered a masterpiece performance today and gave notice to the rest of college football. This is a team that can win anywhere, anyway against just about any opponent. Really unexpected outcome in this ranked-on-ranked matchup. The type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Quick pass on the jet motion. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Quarterback checking the play. Brown will throw it. Makes the grab on the left. Great move there. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
He wants to throw. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
He'll just keep slinging it. Fires and picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle. Physicality, offensive line needs to assert themselves, run block, what they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the fourth quarter.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's got his man. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense, not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. The Cowboys have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the back. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Fires it. Working that left side. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Give to the running back. Pushing ahead, a tough run, picks up 4, it's down at the 15.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And that's a gut punch, especially if you're the offensive coordinator, because that was sort of a foreign look, the pre-snap motion, a timing play, trying to get the receiver the football quickly. You're expecting to outflank the defense, but give the defense a ton of credit. They made the bigger play, and now they've set you up on a 4th down.
No movement from the field goal unit. The offense is out there to try to keep this drive alive on 4th down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They're not into threes. They want sixes. And to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Cowboys!
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. He's able to work his way on the return up to the 23 before he steps out of bounds. The offense set for a first down play. He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Oklahoma State 14, UCF 7.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Brown wants to pass. Looking to scramble. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Looking down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 25. The Knights racing to the line in a hurry up.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Offense gets set for second down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Pulls it in. It's Brown. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. First and goal. They want to just keep throwing it. He makes a grab. They will score. Touchdown, UCF.
Number 85 makes the catch and takes it in for the score.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Right down the boulevard. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Middle Tennessee made it look easy today, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit win on the road. And a win like this only confirms there is something special brewing in Murfreesboro. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be second down.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy has had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Counterplay is a great play to mix in because defensively, you're not looking for the counter. You're looking to attack. All of a sudden, two guys pull across the formation. Now you got to change your direction really quickly, and it keeps you off balance and really keeps you on your heels.
He's going to look for a man on third and short. And the pass hits, picked off. Bringing it back. Great job by the freshman. Kept his eyes in the right place and made the play.
A really nice job by the linebacker there, understanding his responsibilities in that coverage. That's a cover two look, so there's two safeties playing deep. But the linebacker knows there's nobody underneath him, keeping him close to the line of scrimmage, so he can kind of float back a little bit, watch the QB's eyes, jump the throw, and make the pick.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Still looking on the move. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Let's see if they go back to the air on second down. Quarterback will audible. Brown will throw it. Quarterback adapting. He'll pull it down. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big hiccup and a first down for this offense.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to. I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down. And I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping them.
Wants to throw on first down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
On second down, he'll let it fly. And that one would have been picked off if he could have stayed in bounds, and the quarterback will live to tell about it.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Brown wants to pass. Feeling some heat. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. The Knights trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Touchdown Knights! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. Keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Just got a little casual with it and blew the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds, and excellent field position for this offense. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Fields. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. He's looking to throw. It's complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Man, listen, you get zone coverage and you can hit that curl route and he comes open continually. Keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Got his man quickly. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throwing catch.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
And the Cowboys come to the line with a new set of downs. Going up top on 1st down. He's got it. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Might be looking to run. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
There's a couple of ways to deal with quarterbacks that can run like that so well. QB contain. Keep those ends outside and wide, keep them in the pocket, and put a spy on him. Put a guy in the middle of the field who's really fast that has the ability to go get that guy when he takes off in situations like this.
This offense can get a jolt of momentum headed to the locker room if they can take the lead here. Trying to pound it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cowboys!
Touchdown, Oklahoma State. Number 24 with the carry.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
UCF 20.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
That's the way to start a drive, and now they'll try to follow up on 1st and 10. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Brown will throw it. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Grabs it inside the 10. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, UCF!
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup. And then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
Two-point conversion attempt is on the way.
Here we go. Go! Go!
Out of the gun, looking to throw. Quarterback strolling away from heat. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Coming out with it, it's Fields. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense. A big part.
Oh, what a grab by the defense. Touchdown, Knights. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Fielded in the end zone, it's Freeman. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's...
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Let's see if they can get out of their own way on 2nd and long from the 8. He's looking to throw. Slings it. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. 3rd down play from the gun. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. It's complete. A huge pickup. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Timeout, Oklahoma State.
One more snap coming before halftime. DBs will try to keep everything in front. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. At the 35, he's loose. Flying down the right side. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Man, what a great job by this offense finishing the half. It wasn't perfect. You're still trailing, but now you've cut that lead to a 1-score game. Now in the second half, we can come out, make some things happen. We just created some big momentum for this offense. Now we take it into halftime.
Takes a snap, wants to throw. Keeps looking downfield. And the quarterback is sacked. Big play by the defense that is probably going to be wiped out by that penalty flag. I think they jumped offside. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Knights will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Cowboys have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Snagged in the middle, it's Freeman. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws right in those holes. Get those 1st downs. Get those big chunks.
Now it's a 1st down from the 43-yard line. The short hands, it's Freeman. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the 1st down.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game. And
I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Pulls and fires complete. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
And get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast. And you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
And the Cowboys are in the red zone. On second down, just keeps firing. Unloads to the wideout. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Pistols firing. Touchdown, Cowboys. The AT unit on the field. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Duke answered the bell away from Durham today with an impressive victory. The Blue Devils knew the challenges awaiting them, and they met them head-on. Generally the mark of a really good team. It's one game you don't want to react to moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. It sounds like they had a good one there. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Steps away. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Trying to get to it. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Brown wants to pass. He's going to let it go. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Oklahoma State. And they'll take over 1st and 10.
Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Got some room to run. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
Well, the free safety's just sitting back there deep in cover 3. He's got zone. He's got middle field responsibility. Just watching the quarterback's eyes. He reads the throw, breaks on it. That's just too easy for him.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, UCF! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? You can't miss. You've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Brown will throw it. Now he's going to break the pocket. He makes the grab for the 2 and ties the game.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Man, that D tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Now adjusting. Zings it complete to the right. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Out of the backfield, he's open. They didn't get a ton of yardage there, but they're really effective at using the back out of the backfield, and they do it to get the first down here.
First down for the offense.
The Cowboys come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. On the option. Now the toss. Still running at the 40. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races.
Man, I want to be a running back in this offense. When you take that handoff to the right and you see that blocking and all the holes open up, that's a good sight for a running back.
You've heard of read and react. I think the defense read it. They just didn't react very well.
Well, when you got that kind of a line, just all that push they're getting on that right side, they just pushed the defensive lineman back, got in the linebacker's laps, and man, oh man, it was brutal up front.
They're trying to go option, and they're trying to put that defensive end in a bind, but he's just way too athletic, and he guessed right. The quarterback was keeping the ball. He knew it, and was able to make the tackle in the backfield.
On second down, he's looking downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Looking to move it through the air. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. And the Cowboys headed quickly to the line. On second down, they'll take to the air. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
I'll tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
That's the end of the third quarter. And after 3, the game is tied.
First down to start the drive after the break. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Great job by the defense, understanding what they were seeing. They played the read game beautifully, strung it out. Quarterback continues to drift to his left. No space to get through. Tackle for a loss for this defense.
We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It's the plays like that that are going to end up defining and deciding this game, right? It's tight. Tie game, 4th quarter. Someone is going to step up and make a game-changing play, and the defender did right there.
Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. He's got his man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
On second down, looking to throw. Snares it outside. It's 4. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
Fires on the move. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Coming after him.
He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off and get what I can get.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Going to run it. It's Fields. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, 1st and goal.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Looking for the score. Touchdown, Cowboys! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth. Getting set for the point after. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. The Pandas managed to get the win in a close one this week, and they just shook up the college football world. And to do it on the road, no less. Just incredible. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He's going for a big play downfield. It's complete. A huge pickup. The expressway is wide open. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Knights!
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. On first down, here comes this offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Looking to the big tight end. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for second down. He's looking to throw. Gonna let it fly. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Here we go. Third down and 1. Let's see what you're made of. The play action fake. And they can't make the connection on third down.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on third and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. But now decided to go for it, setting up a fourth down. And this looks like a situation where you should punt the football.
They'll keep the offense on the field on fourth down already with a one-possession lead. He's got it, and they convert. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
You know, you always talk about risk-reward. Gambling and going for it with the lead on fourth down right there and getting it, the reward could be winning the game. That was an unbelievable play. And how about this coaching staff putting their faith in their players to come up with the execution and make it happen?
Looking to throw it again. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
It leads to second down.
After the misfire, now on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires left. Complete downfield. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
The Cowboys are marching down the field. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Unloads it left. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
And those are tough passes. When you start throwing those balls towards the sidelines, it's a longer throw for the quarterback to make. And I think that's when you see the majority of the misses for guys, the majority of the overthrows and a little bit of inaccuracy start to show itself.
Line getting set on second down. The give and tick, 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 tick.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
The crowd elevating its energy, willing this defense to get a stop on this big third down. Dumps it to the back. Makes the catch. Oh, and he thought he had a chance to house him, but the defense tackles him at the 3.
And they did everything right in this 4-minute type situation, trying to bleed the clock. First you get the completion, then you get the first down, and you stay in bounds. You could not execute that play any better.
Trying to bully their way in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I think my thought process needs to be points are good. Because if I get a field goal here, that's fine. I take the lead by more than a field goal. They got to go the length of the field. But I also want to run this clock, let it continue to work. But the goal is to get a touchdown. So let's see what this offense dials up next.
After getting knocked back, it's second and goal from the 4. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. He wants to throw here on second down. Into the house. Touchdown, Cowboys! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he splits the uprights and pushes the lead to 8 here in the 4th. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
55, UCF 47.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being applied.
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. Quarterback checking off. Brown wants to pass. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Using his legs, it's Fields. This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. Assuming they can wrap this one up, guys, they've served notice early in the season. Winning a game like this, that this passing game will have to be dealt with.
Yeah, top 10 team, too, because everybody knew the talent they had coming back on offense, the playmakers at the skill positions. And, David, we've seen it early this season. In this game, they've been throwing it all over the yard.
Yeah, Yeah, but you do want to see it against good competition. So that's what's fun about today. Like, proving it against a really good team. We can talk about, you know, this guy's a star, this guy's a star. Now doing it like this on this stage, now I'm a believer.
And the Cowboys with the 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. They'll get him stopped at the